Welcome back, everyone. Today I bring you another Steel Division. I always say Steel Division League. Jesus Christ, it's WARNO League. WARNO League cast. I haven't done one of those in quite some time, and well, actually I would have had a game ready for today of my own, but I already saw this game before and thought that I just need to cast this series in general, but especially this game, because it's absolutely insane. You can see in the right hand corner in blue we have Sotek playing as a 9th US Infantry. Is it called that? Yeah, Infantry Division Motorized. And in the left, in red, we have Cripple, aka Lathans, playing 79th Guards Tank Division. So maybe the newer viewers don't know, but Lathans is like one of the best players ever in this game. He has been on a extended break since I don't know when exactly. It has been when the first like Sitzkrieg meta really evolved, where nobody could push anywhere and everybody was just sitting and ATGM walling and 35Y was ungodly broken before 56Y took over from 35Y. I think that's about the time where he didn't really quit, but he stopped playing that much. But I think he has been playing more recently, at least that's what it seems like to me. And I'm very happy about it because he's like a super good player. And yeah, well, I saw that they uploaded their games and I thought, you know what, let's look into what's going on with Lathans lately. And let me tell you, I was not disappointed. This game is an absolute banger. Interesting matchup as well on Airport. Sotek picking 9th. The thing is, I don't know which of them is player 1 and who's player 2. So I don't know who counterpicked whom. I would guess Sotek counterpicked 9th, because like first picking 9th on the Airport seems kind of stupid, because you only have M60s for like the giant open fields of Airport. So I would guess Lathans first picked 79th and Sotek counterpicked 9th, which I guess makes sense because you have the CAC-V, which can be a real menace to the T80s, obviously, and also to the BMPs, but you would rather want to use it against the G80s because they're just more expensive. And you can kill them just as well. And I just don't see a way it would work the other way around. Like, why would you first pick them? Well, I guess maybe he just likes playing 9th. I don't know. So either way, we can see Recon Helicopter start as per usual is really the new meta right now from Sotek. Only though I don't see Recon Helicopter for Cripple, for Lathans. Oh yeah, well, there it is. The Me Too. And yeah, 2 of them. Okay, nice. Spreads them out better than Sotek in my opinion, because like Sotek kind of focuses them all here. I tend to do that as well, where I send too many Recon helicopters too close to each other, but I mean the point of the Recon helicopter is that it's flying high, it can see a lot, so you just having those two this close to each other is just nonsense. You can send one Recon helicopter like around here, and then one Recon helicopter around here, and this will give you basically all the information on the map that you need. Because if you play from the blue side, you don't particularly need a lot of early information about Boris. It's more like about the center line, right? So Fedor and Elena and this city fighting here. So yeah, Lathans is doing the correct thing. Yeah, pretty much what I just said. Setting one about around here and one around here. I wouldn't push it in too aggressively, but on the other hand, Sotek doesn't have any forward deployed AA. He has the snipers. They can be pretty dangerous to those light helicopters once they have the sniper trait, well, I said not unlocked, but activated. So they have to stand still for 10 seconds for that. But I mean, that's still pretty dangerous. And if you look at the ground deployment, let's start with Lathans actually. 2 mod Razvedka in the BMP2s. Going, I mean, this is a pretty aggressive position, I think, for the mod Razvedka this year. Yeah, it does make sense. And then we have a bunch of light deployment here, 1 helicopter as well. I mean, I guess it can make sense for sniping off the early sniper lol. With the recon helicopter, you should be able to see it. Then it also makes sense that he moves it in so close, and then the Mi-24 can finish it off. So yeah, okay, that actually makes sense. But if he doesn't have a plane to start, this can be dangerous because an enemy plane could just gun run him. And 9th gets pretty good fighters. Jesus Christ! And we have a bunch of light vehicles here. So 2 Conquerors, 3 Palamia AGLs, and 1 Igla, all spreading out throughout the map, basically. Yeah, that's a decent idea for the early game, I think. And we have 2 infantry squads, so Saperi and... I was waffling on so long that I couldn't even finish looking at all the stuff he has deployed. Saperi and Montestricky going for an early attack into Elena. Okay, it's interesting. 2 coups. Okay, so I would guess no fighter start for Lathans, but rather have the 2 coups for air defense. I was just worried that they won't be able to shoot down a fighter before it engages the Mi-2, for example, or the Mi-24. And the BRDM to capture the +2 sector. Yeah, that totally makes sense. On Sotek's side, yeah, Sotek's side, 2 recon helicopters, 2 snipers, and actually a shotgun F-16 fighter. So this is very bad news, actually. It will almost 100% kill the Mi-2. And then we have 40 mil and National Guard TOW going in for Elena. Yeah, the recon Mi-2 dies. But the coups actually double tap it. Okay, that's pretty unlucky, not gonna lie. But he lost his recon helicopter, so there's nothing to spot for the Mi-24 early on now. That's a bit sad. Also, Sotek starting with an infantry command. Don't know why people sometimes unload them like far into the zone. Like just unload it earlier. It's not like gonna win you the game capturing the zone 1 second earlier, but it's also not particularly useful to capture it a second later. CAC-V already from the start. Okay, interesting. To get it with the National Guard TOW and the 40 mil in here. Interesting. 2 Avengers, and then a bunch of stuff going down the middle. National Guard TOW, so he likes to use those cheap ones. I don't think I'm a particular fan of them, but I understand what the use case is. Light rifles, FAV from Sniper, I guess, and another 2 light rifle laws with the AGL trucks, obviously. One of them already moving back. I don't really know why. Yeah, both only starting with 1 command as well. I do like to start with double command, especially on Lathan's side, to just capture Boris. Yeah, sorry, I want to cast from this perspective, that makes more sense. Yeah, well, both only starting with 1 command, so it's kind of even again. Mi-24 here engaging Sotek's units. He doesn't have a recon in this tower, which is a bit... I had the recon helicopter at the start, but the recon helicopter got shot down, so now he doesn't have any recon here anymore, so that's a bit painful. Great Launcher was shooting at the Saperi, but lost line of sight, I guess. CAC-V kills the BTR. Well, not the most exciting kill, but you know, kill is a kill, and BTRs can be very dangerous if they get you get a critical mass going. They can really wipe the floor with infantry insanely quickly. Mi-24 being fired at. Lathans putting it on low altitude, so the Avenger doesn't have a good line of sight to fire at it. He drives out of line of sight of the Mi-24 as well, though it actually landed as well. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a good idea to not lose it too early. The BRDM gets rerouted, yeah, but that's the problem that I don't like if you only start with 1 command on Lathan's side. It takes so long to drive from here to here, it's insane. Though I understand he didn't want to like fold early because 9th Infantry can get just a lot of shit going in the early game. National Guard TOW here just moving over the open. I guess he knows that there's no BMPs or T-80s here, but that's still a bit risky in my opinion. There's already a supply truck up. What's an early? I mean, this makes sense because he also wants to repair the Mi-24. Reinforcements on the side of Sotek. VATS coming in for some close-range support against infantry, probably. Well, it will also happen against the helicopter, so yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And an early howitzer. I totally approve of that. There's not much going on in the sense of movement in the map right now, so yeah, absolutely buy an artillery as early as possible. Moving the sniper around, oh, that's a horrible mistake. Never do that. Only move your snipers when you know like 100% that like where you're moving it to is safe, because it will be completely useless on the move and you're wasting a giga strong unit just for nothing. A National Guard leader gets intercepted though on its way to Eleanor, so that's pretty bad. And actually, Lathans has the better map control right now. He hasn't captured all of his sectors yet, though unfortunately the BRDM is just sitting around. He needs to micro it to go to Boris. And then he also needs a command for Eleanor, but the TADBK is already coming in. BMP2 dies to the Kakvi. Yeah, he instantly marks it. Doesn't have any artillery himself, though. And yeah, well, Sotek's artillery already starting to fire. On the Mi-24, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I always like to wait until I have both howitzers up, but in this case I think he just wanted to quickly kill the helicopter as long as it's still landed, so very well done. Has the FAV also very far up, so he had corrected shot there. Nice. That was a really good move. 2 more VATs coming in to have some anti-infantry support in the town. I don't think he would need more. He already has the 40mm grenade launcher and 2 M60s coming in, so that might be a bit overkill, calling in 2 of them. I mean, they also protect against helicopters, so I guess that is kind of fair. But I am still a bit of an overinvestment. He's just straight up like moving it. I think a fast move order here would be faster, because especially the forest just slow you down so much in this game. Really not a good idea. And yeah, you can see it, like the infantry here just melted in a matter of seconds. So he, Lathans be able to get in his command, but now only contesting the sector because Sotek was also able to get in his National Guard leader. And because it took him so long to capture Boris, he actually wasn't able to get a tick going all this time. Oh, S-24 cluster coming in. Oh no, those M60s are giga dead. Yeah, cluster plane, insanely good. And I think this is one thing or one area that Lathans can really abuse is the air. Because Sotek has a really, really bad air defense. Like, it's not really, really bad, it's just you don't have anything to stop bombers. Once the bombers are over the target and you have your A close enough, it's actually pretty good. Like the T-Chap, so the non-mechanized Chaparral, is an excellent AA piece in my opinion. And the Avengers and the Stinger are also very good. They're just all short range, and the T-Chap also only has 4 shots, so you always need to have like a supply vehicle together with it. F-16 cluster comes in, kills off the TADBK. Yeah, unfortunate. Gets hit twice though. Might even get hit a 3rd time on its way out. Igla in a bit of a bad position in the building here because it can't shoot into this direction. Maybe better to put it in the forest here. Recon BMP was also routed down here, I guess, to check out whether there was something coming in here. Oh, sniper died in the center. Yeah, that was just such a bad move from him to, yeah, move it into this building. You really want to keep those units alive. They can be give such an insane value for money, because it's still the same cost as normal snipers for a reason that I don't really understand. I mean, it's not like 9th itself is super broken anymore with the grenade launcher nerf we had last patch, but I feel like the M82 is still like overpowered for no particular reason. Like, make it 40 points. It's a double sniper with one of the sniper rifles being better than any other sniper rifle in the game. Well, why does it cost literally the same as anybody else? Makes no sense to me. Also, Lathans has reinforced the center quite heavily, but still no recon in here. Maybe he doesn't want to put it in there because it's like too obvious, and he's afraid of it being sniped. And I mean, the Spetsnaz GRU in this position is also kind of questionable in my opinion, because the sidelines here are very bad. Maybe he thought that this was empty, and that's why he moved it in there. Not sure. Yeah, but either way, now it's just sitting in the open, and that's really not a good position to be in. The Avenger using its 50 kill to kill off the... No, please don't... Oh my god. Okay, the Spetsnaz dying to the 50 kill of the Avenger. That's hilarious. Engineer Dragon moving forward. Oh no, the supply might be sniped off by the... Yeah, gets sniped off by the TOW 2A. Very good unit actually in this matchup specifically, because the advantage of the TOW 2A is that it has the tandem trait, which gives you more damage against ERA vehicles, and well, obviously 79th has just a shit ton of T80 BVs with ERA. So it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I would still prefer to have the combo of the TOW 2A and the ITO, not the National Guard TOW, because it's just so bad. Only 16 penetration. Like, he basically only has the TOW 2 to deal with the T80 BVs, because the TOW will only tickle it. Toad 2 does die though to the artillery, and that's the problem. Now he has only 2 left of them. Because I'm pretty sure you only get 3. I don't think you get 2 cards of those. And I mean, even then, taking 3 cards of ATGM, like 2 Toad 2As and the Toes, seems a bit excessive. Even against 79th, which is a tank deck, but 79th can also take quite a bit of infantry. And yeah, Conquerors here also has a Conquerors deployed fairly aggressively into this forest line. Don't know particularly why. Maybe he's afraid of the like light vehicles just driving around and trying to get into his backline or something. But the area here is completely open. You can just literally send 1 helicopter in and kill them off if you notice that this is happening. Not sure. The range launcher here is still alive though, and the engineers might not be alive very soon. So well microed by Lathans there. A 40mm for Sotek dies. It's very unfortunate. You do have a shit ton of time because you get all those Humvees. Though why does he bring those in the? Oh no, those are the. Oh, this is the AG Humvee, but why does he bring the Dragon ones in the 50 cal Humvee? It makes no sense. The AGL is straight up better. I mean, okay, this is 5 points cheaper, but that's whatever. It's also like half as good in every case except for fighting helicopters, that you don't want to use 50 cal Humvees to fight helicopters. That makes no sense. I don't really know about that choice. I mean, I guess he's a way better player than me, so yeah. But I will still say that, in my opinion, this choice makes no sense. Brings in another scout. Also weird that he takes the scouts and not the... I have forgotten how the squad is even called, a 2-man GSR squad. Sure, it's only 2 men, but it is a GSR squad. That is super cheap. Why would you not take it? Also no drone yet from Sotek. Sure, there's a bunch of man pads and also Sterile 10 ammo. I mean, there's only 1 on the bottom side actually. So why not just bring it in? Even if your enemy kills it off, you will like get good recon information out of it 90% of the time. Conquerors here was moved up even further. Okay, so Lathan's being very aggressive with it. Both parties only having 1 howitzer so far. I still think you want to have both 155mm howitzers, especially with the 155s or 152s. It's like tomato. Like the 3mm don't make that much of a difference in their performance. I think you always want to have both of them. But I guess Lathans really wants to have more T80s out at this point in time, which I can understand, because he lost T80 BK on the bottom side, so he actually hasn't not a single T80 out except for the T80B that's coming in right now. I guess fair, but he already bought 1 howitzer, right? And especially for Sotek, those aren't that expensive. It's 120 plus a 20-point transport, so that's 140 points for howitzer. Like, come on, man. Spent the 140 points. For Lathans, it's a bit different because the Akatse is 210 points. It's quite a bit more expensive. But especially for Sotek, I just don't see it. Maybe the logic is that if you have corrected shot, then yeah, you can get very good damage, as you can see here with the Razvedka. But if it's against tanks, I don't think that 1 howitzer would be enough, even with corrected shot. Because you don't want stun on the first shot, and then the second shot will still take quite some time to arrive. Or if you have 2 of them, obviously 2 shots arrive instantly. So, Su-24 cluster comes in, but gets hit by the Eagle. Oh, that's pretty unlucky. Well, the Eagle is flying over 1 billion AA pieces. Almost all of them miss, but 2 of them at least hit together with the fighter. So F-15 down. That's very, very bad. A second F-15 already coming in. But as I said, the big disadvantage of 9th Panzer is that they... not 9th Panzer, sorry. 9th Infantry is that they have such bad air... Oh my god, no. Second F-15 down. That's so bad. And the other card he has is the F-16 shotgun fighters, which already went down as well. So if he doesn't take like 3 fighter cards, which he might do, not sure. If he only takes 2 fighter cards, that means that you only have 1 F-16 fighter left, shotgun fighter that is. That's very bad, especially because the S-24 didn't die. It just got hit, but it isn't dead. This can be a very big issue. for Sotek. Yeah, I didn't look at their decks before the game, by the way. I will obviously include them in the video. Well, yeah, well, you obviously have seen that because that already has happened, but just know that I haven't looked at them yet. Which is actually a bit dumb, but I'm already too far into the cast to restart it. So sorry, I haven't done casting in quite some time, so yeah, you know, those mistakes will happen. This seed, I'm not really sure about that. Why he even brought it in. I mean, we already saw it kill something at the top some time ago. But I mean, in general, Sotek doesn't have any radar AA. Sure, you can strafe the M60s with it, for example. But it's like, it's not that great at the job, actually. I mean, it's decent, but the air slots in 79 are so expensive that, in my opinion, it just makes no sense as a like single-use tank strafer. It is pretty good as a like double-use plane where you can use it, or dual-use, where you can use it against AA, like radar AA and tanks. But in this case, I mean, I would rather just take the SU-25s, for example. At least I think so. But again, Lathans is a much better player than me, so maybe he has a point? Not sure. Kakvi here in the forest might be a big problem due to TADB. Oh no. As Lathans noticed, this might even... Oh my god, this might even be a side shot. Oh, okay, it wasn't a side shot. Very lucky. Also 6 HP, so it will survive a second shot as well. Yep. So at least it's still alive. I would have thought that the TADB dies to 2 shots from the Kakvi, but it doesn't. Is it off smoke already? No, it's not. Yeah, nice. So Lathans does smoke it off and save it. Coops both miss, bro. A bunch of infantry have amassed in the north for Sotek, but it's a bit of a... Yeah, well... yeah, nothing ever happens situation up there, because he doesn't have the power to push just the raw infantry. Oh, Lathans also having 2 Polymetric in one building against the laser-guided 155s. It's a... Ooh, no, that's a pretty bad idea. I could use 2 squads in a matter of seconds. If Sotek notices. No, he doesn't. I mean, he's targeting the Conquerors. That's also a valuable target, obviously. Also here, here are also 2 squads in one building. Oh no. This could end badly. And Sotek getting his command into Fedar. That's pretty bad, because he's already a few points up. This will let him tick even further. Yeah, those 2 squads are pretty much dead, I would guess. Let's see what I... Depends how the artillery scatters. I mean, in this case, I think the laser-guided trait is actually bad. Because, yeah, I mean, it's scattered far enough to kill one of the squads, but the second one will survive. Yeah, it will absolutely survive because it's so precise that it just doesn't scatter far enough in such cases. Which is, funnily enough, a disadvantage. Spetsnaz and Concourse die in the tower. Yeah, I mean, that's the disadvantage of the tower. As I said before, it's just very obvious where your units are going to be. Oh, first ICD coming in, finally. Only taking them into 1 vet. Interesting. I also used them that way. I have rebuilt my 79 deck since then. I've been trying to play around with it quite a bit because I see so many people having success with it, and on paper it should be a good deck, like also for my playstyle, but for some reason I was just also always doing bad with it. So I was trying a little bit of a new build with double vet ICDs and then 1 card of upvetted normal TDBVs. So yeah, let's see how Lathans will use the single vet ICDs. Also another single vet TADB coming in, the one here. Oh no, I missed it dying. Oh, I'm so sorry. Bruh, okay, that was bad by me. The TADB here died somewhere, I would guess. An F-16 came in. No, that's not an TAD. The F-16 cluster that was like circling around here came in and killed it off. Damn, I'm so sorry to miss that. That was very dumb. But more infantry coming in. The RPG-22 infantry with the BMP-2Ds. Very cost efficient, it's like 95 points together for a decent infantry squad and a BMP-2D that gets some nice extra side armor. It's like none of those things, none of those units on their own are like super broken, but both together is so insanely cost effective. You have to put in magic here. Yeah, well, against 2 40mm grenade launchers, not having a good time. Trying to get rid of the ATGMs with his artillery here. Oh, this one even vetted up already. Okay, lol. Lemao even. Maybe he also killed it with his artillery. I'm not sure, because it vetted up. Don't think it would have gotten enough infantry kills at this point to vet up. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Either way, two fighters coming in to strafe the command. Lol, okay, it works out, so fair enough. Kill is a kill. This one gets hit by the Avenger, but is now out of range, I would guess. Yeah, pretty much. So this one will survive. This one's still circling. Yeah, should retreat it, honestly. He is retreating it, but... No, the Avenger didn't get his shot off. Oh, man. Unlucky for Sotek. But he is now almost 200 points up on Lathans. And the game has gone for 20 minutes. To be fair, 79th obviously scales better into the late game. So, Sotek isn't actually in the best position ever, but he has killed off quite a few expensive assets already. Oh no, this cluster... Oh, this can be very bad. Yeah, kills all the things in the forest. Those, if you don't know why this cluster is so good, the normal SU-24 cluster has 250 kilogram bombs, and this one has 500 kilogram cluster bombs. So if they even land just beside vehicles, they can still do a shit ton of damage. Oh, okay, so yeah, he does actually take 3 cars of fighters. Fair choice against 79th. So he still has 3 fighters left, actually. 1 F-16 and 2 F-15s. This F-15 hit for quite some time. It will be out for quite some time now for repairs. Needs to move up. Lathans needs to move up this motor circuit to help the engagement against the light rifles. I mean, those will die either way, but still, kill units faster is always better. Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. Pretty lightly defended at the top 4. Lathans still SU-24. Oh no, didn't micro it and is just flying around. Quickly retreats it. Yeah, that's a good choice because a fighter might be coming in any second. So yeah, definitely the right choice to make from Lathans. JDBV is on the JDB, sorry, is in the fight. Together with 2 BMP2s and a BRDM Conquerors here, will be able to lock this down pretty well. 1 coup. Weren't there 2 coups at some point in time here? I'm not 100% sure. Damn, I'm missing so much, but I don't like this here. Because those units are all very close together. I mean, sure, it's not like the artillery will spread so far that it will kill the coups, but it might suppress or even stun the coups in a unlucky timing. So, not the biggest fan. I would like to have those units spread apart more. Lathans also bring in their Katias at Vet 1. I can't even remember how I built the deck. Do I bring them in at Vet 1? 79 gets very cheap artillery slots, so can be worth it. And sometimes it's just pretty much the only like 1 point slot you have left, so you might as well upvet them. And the grads really aren't that good anymore, especially in 1v1, so yeah, decent choice. Sotek, pretty sure he hasn't moved his artillery in quite some time, I think. So Lathans could go for goes for the counter battery, but he's splitting up his barrage, is he? Yeah. Oh no, he's not splitting up. He has just shift clicked it. Okay, yeah, well that's kind of fair. JDB almost gets hit by the TOW-2 recon vehicle that finally is also in the fight now. I haven't seen it at the start, interestingly enough. But yeah, that's kind of fair because you wouldn't expect 79th like to start with a bunch of heavy tanks. But then again, he started with a CAC-V, so I think it would be better to start with the FAV because it's just faster in the front line. The CAC-V is obviously like better at actually killing tanks because it's just an insane vehicle with 1 second aim time that I hope gets fixed soon. You should have a patch maybe even tomorrow or this week at least. I would really hope tomorrow because the NDA already fell on the weekend. But I don't know whether they have actually adjusted the aim time. It shouldn't have the same aim time as an Apache because that makes no sense at all. And the unit is like good enough anyway if you have a lower aim time as well. Sotek was able to save his artillery though, so yeah, he moved both howitzers. That was also the right call. That's why I'm not a particularly great fan of shift queuing counter battery because if one comes in, it's pretty likely that your enemy will move all of his howitzers and not just one. So this barrage is completely wasted. I mean, this had a chance of killing the 155, but the second one just complete waste. Unfortunate. A lot of air now flying around. 2 seat and a cluster bomber. It's the cluster bomber going in for the CAC-V. I mean, this seems like a waste because the CAC V is only 110 points. But of course, 110 points, first of all, isn't even that cheap. And second of all, the CAC V is a very, very potent tool that you really want to get rid of to enable your G80s. So this actually makes a lot of sense. F-15, unfortunately, not able to get rid of the seed plane. It has, I think, 40% ECM. No, it gets sniped by the Stingers. Ah, rip. But the MiG-29 did a good job of sniping the Hawks, and the F-15 also went down in the end. Oh no! Ah, damn. Oh, okay. The MiG-29 also circling around unnecessarily, so it also dies. But the thing is, Lathans has the Coups as AA as well, and Sotek doesn't. So Sotek is now down to only 2 fighters, an F-15 and an F-16 AA. If I haven't missed any losses, which I might have. Yeah, you have really gotten rusty with casting, so we'll get better over time again. I swear. But yeah, well, Lathans, I think, trading pretty well throughout the game, but just not able to push in anywhere. He has the open, or like the points in the open here, and yes, I'm pretty secured now, but he will have to either push for Emma or for Elena, and well, Emma isn't really a choice because there's so much infantry here. Not that many ATGMs though. Like a CAC V and a FAV tow 2 there. But this year, yeah, he's already calling in 2 more ATGMs because this one here is actually not that protected against any tanks. Yeah, National Guard tows. But again, those will be pretty much useless against the T-80s. And there is the ICDs here. I think it hasn't really done anything, so this is a bit of a waste by Lathans right now. The T-80 PV ICD here has been hit quite heavily, so we needed to retreat it. Yeah, there's a tow 2A here. Oh no, the T-80B might get double penetrated. No, it just gets side shot. Oof. Yeah, the motor circuit just barely missed the Humvee tow. Oh man, that's really unlucky. And also misses the RPG-22 shot. Right, and this is the second one. And the third one. What the fuck? It misses all 4 shots. What the hell was that? Okay, that's hilarious. I'm sure Lathans doesn't think it's hilarious, but this is... what the fuck, man? It's barely stunned. What the hell? How did it miss 4 shots? I guess 50% accuracy, barely stunned, but that still should be like a 1 in 4. Oh, man. Oh, no. That's really bad now. Losing the T-80B here is horrible. And 2 new ICDs are coming in, so he will have a big blob moving in here. Moving their cut is already open here. Very ambitious. They're not out of ammo. Okay. I thought they might be out of ammo or something, but they aren't. Infantry moving over the open here a bit. It's a bit disjointed, I feel like. But I guess he has 2 BMP2s and a T-80BV in the back for fire support if he wants to. And there aren't any grenade launchers here, actually. Yeah. No vehicles, no infantry grenade launchers, so oof. A sniper in a bit of a weird position here. The M60 also just sitting in the open. But I guess Lathans doesn't see it with anything, yeah. So he doesn't know that it's there. Well, now he will know, because the recon BMP2 spotted it. Now 2 Conquerors coming in. Will Sotek smoke it off in time? No. Oh, it's bailed out. Oh, no. Oh, rip. Okay, that's very bad. This M60 is pretty much lost. Infantry is moving in under heavy fire, though. Akatsias there went for the wrong building, unfortunately. Tow Cobra is coming in and will do a lot of damage. No real close range AA together with this push, except for the 1 Eagler that's in the back, but that's way too far away. S-24, HE coming in. Would have been better if you called it in from here. We could have gotten both the light rifles, I'm pretty sure. And the cluster comes in and kills the artillery! Yeah, well, that's well how you do the counter battery. Just use planes, them all. Okay, that's pretty bad for Sotek. The artillery is very important for him to like keep the units of Lathans pinned. And now he only has 1 howitzer left. That's... oh no. Like that also shows again why, you know, Lathans is one of the best players. Because he knows that the artillery will be a very, very big pain in the ass, and so he knows that, like, even if the bomber dies, as long as it gets through and drops, and the chance is very high because the A isn't that good, this will be a massive kill. This is more important than like any M60 kills, for example, because the M60s, yeah, they are really no danger to him. But the artillery, even if it doesn't kill him, it can just constantly suppress him. I have been doing it myself a lot, even shown it in videos. You can just keep your enemy from advancing for so long. So, very, very good kill. MiG-27 comes in, I guess, to strafe some infantry. Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? He has the planes available, so you might as well use them. F-16 cluster comes in, barely doesn't kill the T-80. Very nice micro by Lathans to get out of dodge there. F-16 wasn't hit a single time though, yeah, because I think all the coups are actually out of ammo. Yeah, that's why I like taking the small supply vehicles and just having one with every coup that I have, so that they're just constantly supplied. I mean, sure, it's like 25 points on top of every coup, but the coup itself isn't that expensive. And it just makes it so much easier to have a constant air defense up to support your units. So I really think it's worth it. The problem for Lathans is that he's kind of running out of time. Like, he has 10 minutes left, sure, and he doesn't need to like push too aggressively. Sotek is only 200 points ahead, but he has to push at some point. He doesn't have a command up with this push here, so he will either need to reroute the BRDM, but this will be dangerous because the BRDM can be killed very easily, and will also leave Feather open to some smoke scum plays, for example. That is very hard to say, actually. Sotek actually has the cluster Mars. Oh, this could be dangerous. Yeah, kills the BRM recon. Actually not the worst kill, even though it's not a lot of points. It just makes Lathans blind. But I really don't like using all of your rockets on one strike. You need to at least split it up into two, maybe even three if you get good like hits with 4 rockets. Wasting a whole bunch of those rockets on just one cluster where you kill one BRM is not the play, man. It costs 300 and it takes 180 seconds to resupply, and he doesn't even have the supply right next to it. Oh, I mean, he might drive to the Blackhawk. Oh, he clicked on top of it though, so now they're doing a weird dance. Is it even enough supply to resupply it completely? I don't think so. Yeah, especially with the fuel turned on, he will definitely not be able to completely resupply it. So yeah, this wasn't worth it, man. He really needed to split it up. That was not good. Artillery going for the Motra Svetka, I guess, but they're going for the wrong building. Oh, nice. Kill in the Totu. Very well done by Lathans. So there is only one of them left somewhere. Or maybe it has been killed already as well. Yeah, I guess it was the one that has been sitting around somewhere here, and there isn't one anymore. So those are all Totu A's down, and the Humvee at some point went down to one of the Motostrelki, finally. Yeah, now that's the problem that I talked about. He now only has like National Guard toes. He actually only has one of them here, and that's it. He still has the ATGM vehicles, obviously, but only relying on ATGM vehicles can be dangerous. Well, the CAC-V is definitely good enough, but the Humvee toes can be overwhelmed, especially if you have BMP-2s or any IFVs, but especially the autocannon IFVs together with your tanks. It's actually very easy to overwhelm them. Yeah, he's bringing in a BRDM, actually not the one from the bottom, but another one. Still has a bunch of units defending the bottom, and I think that's a good thing to have, because he doesn't know how much units Sotek might have here, and there is actually more units coming in for an attack down here. Yeah, so good move by him. Mi-24 a little bit too far in the back. Maybe he was afraid of some backline action through here. Not sure. But I mean, at this point, there's like 6 minutes left. He really has to like get going. Kills off enemy command with his artillery. Like, yeah, Lathans just knows what he's doing. Don't even know where he spotted it, but yeah, it's very obvious where the command has to be. So, nice kill. ATGMs might kill the BRM one. Yeah, that's bad. No recon up, no infantry recon up with his push in the town. Okay, no, he had one, but the Motorcycle got routed, unfortunately. Oof. HE comes in to bomb the corner once again. The cluster comes in to kill the tank, but oh no, it barely missed. Oh man, that's unlucky. But the M60 is so low that he really can't push with it anymore. But Sotek doesn't give a shit, I guess. Yeah, well, he's also in a position where he can't afford the luxury of waiting anymore. So yeah, that isn't the worst move, but yet now he routes it to Elena. Yeah, I think that's a better choice actually than trying to get into Fedor. The BMP2s just barely don't see it. Oh no, oh my god. Oh, yeah, needed to push in a little bit further and he would have been able to see it. RIP. So Lathans is on a +2. This should give him the win. Oh no, the cluster completely missing. Oh no. Yeah, so the cluster is pretty much out of the game now. Oh no though. One ICD dies. Was an ICD here actually? What does it say that an ICD died here? I guess the ICD died here to the F-16 cluster, right? Yeah, 100% it died here. Yeah, okay, sure. F-16 cluster went down in return though. BMP2s, are they trying to push up or are they... No, they're just sitting in the forest there. I really think you need to take this area. I know some people say, yeah, grinding over the town is like a noob trap or something. I completely disagree. Because if you take the town from either side, it just gives you the freedom to maneuver around this area. And if you don't have the town, yeah, well, you don't have the freedom to maneuver around the area, because you can see that Lathans pretty much only has this area of advance now. Because if he drives through here, he always has to be afraid of some ATGMs that will still be sitting in those buildings here. And I'm just not a big fan of that. Yeah, Mi-27 Seed comes in and actually strafes the M60. What was it even spotted by? What the hell? I guess some cheeky sideline from the BMP2s, maybe? Or even the Mi-24? I'm not sure. Okay, well, something spotted it. So, Lathans is on a +2, which means that he should be winning. There's nothing really coming in from Sotek at this point. Well, no, I mean, there's 2 M60 commands coming in, but he has actually 2 cards of M60 commands, I'm just noticing. Okay, that's wild. But those will take quite some time. And both of them are going into the same sector. Like, this won't even stop the tick because he still has the BRM command here, lol. Also, oh no, he only has a parry here. But he can't do anything against the M60s, oh no. Is he out of? No, he's not out of BMP infantry. More of them coming in. Yeah, he was floating a few points there. Also started like invested into mortars to smoke off. I'm not sure this is actually good. Well, no, I see. He does it to smoke off against the Kagri, because I thought that, you know, it doesn't make a lot of sense because the T-80s are obviously much better at long range than GM60s, but it is to defend against the ATGMs. Yeah, so that actually makes sense. BMP and BTRs. Well, those are actually the MTOBs from the mortars, I guess. Yeah, okay, that makes sense that he's just sacrificing them into the enemy. Nothing to criticize there. M60s coming in. Actually, that's a shot on the drive. Double hit on the move. Jesus Christ. 45% accuracy, by the way. ICD dying. Oh, to the FA16. Another ICD. Oh, missed it though. Yeah, I mean, it's super stunned. This... Man, if he would have had an MTLB supply with the scoop, it could have maybe gotten a hit on the FA16. I mean, this way it's out of ammo, so it definitely doesn't get a hit. Yeah, SF-24 HE does a lot of damage, but doesn't get any kills actually. Like, oh man, imagine this would have been a cluster. This would have been giga dead. But Lathans is now almost at 400 points. So this should be a win for him, but... Oh no, he wasted the BMP2s here! So the M60 can get in! And the BRDM... He can get it in, but he would need to hide in the buildings because the BRDM doesn't obviously has a weapon. The M60 very much has a weapon. Oh no, that's very bad. And the BRDM here died to the infantry of Sotek, so this will put Sotek at a +2. Is this enough though? 40 minutes, 40 points at a +1, so 80, 160. This... Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think it's enough, but I don't know. M60 command up here dies. I'm just not 100% sure whether it might be enough to get him to draw. M60 here really needs to stay alive. BRDM moving into the smoke, so very good investment into the mortars. But there is a light rifle with the law there, so he might be able to snipe it off. F-16AA comes in to quickly snipe off the Me-2 recon helicopter. Very important. If only the Coop here had ammo, you know? Could be doing such a great job shooting down all those planes. Coops at the top still have ammo, yeah, but they're a bit too far away. I don't know. Oh no. HE bomber comes in but doesn't have a target. Oh no, he would just fly out with stingers. Oh, rip. Yeah. Nah, that's really bad. Oh no, in those last seconds of the game, you really want to have your units. Don't want to waste your units like that. Auto command here dies to the light rifles. Oh god, that's gonna be so close. Okay, so now they're both equal, but Sotek doesn't have a command to put into anywhere. But Lathans, he has a T80 PVK coming in. Yeah, okay, no, Sotek doesn't have a chance. No, yeah, that's lost. Lathans has it. Only 1 second left. Yeah, very nice. Very, very well done by Lathans. But also good game from Sotek. Like, he made it very close. I think a few deck building choices were a bit weird from Sotek specifically, but I mean, he made it work against Lathans, so who am I to judge? And yeah, just bruh, why not have MTLBs for the Coops? I don't know. I think that's a big mistake. Yeah, well, surprisingly enough, to literally nobody, BMP2's performing very well. And Great Launcher's also doing well. This SU-24 actually didn't get as many kills as I thought it did. Like only 2 M60s and a CAC V, but this already pays itself off, so it's kind of okay. But I still thought it would have gotten more kills. I guess the other cluster did get more kills, maybe. One seed plane here, it did JDBK here, by the way, didn't do much, just ate shit and died. Seed getting a few kills, actually killing AA with its 30mm Gatling gun, funnily enough. Artillery did very good. This one sniped off 2 TOW 2As, 2 National Guard TOWs, and command, and then a few other units, so very good value for money. MiG-29 got an F-15 and a Hawk. That's very good. Other MiG-29 performed very well, actually. Also, Stray National Guard leader was such bullshit. And then getting an F-16 and an F-15 and a Hawk. So, yeah, this one performed extremely well. Another BMP2 doing super good. IFVs are very potent right now. And most likely will still be in the next patch because I don't think there's any like balance coming to IFV specifically. Yeah, this is the cluster that performed super well and sniped off the enemy howitzer. It was such an important kill in my opinion. The other cards here also got a good kill list. Actually, not a single ATGM, funnily enough, but 2 40mm grenade launchers. The T80B here also not doing well, and the other one also not doing too great. I mean, 2 M60s is an okay kill list, but it's not insane. And this one, holding 2 infantry squads. ICD did a bit better, but it's also just all infantry, and not that much of it actually. This HE only killing 1 light rifles dragon. Again, I thought they killed more. And there's the other TOW 2A. Okay, yeah, so all 3 TOW 2As went down. This ICD though did a bit better, but yeah, but it's also just mostly those stupid light vehicles. But on the other hand, this is what you want to get rid of if you play against 9th, because those light vehicles can get really annoying if you have a lot of them. Though I really do not understand why would you take the 50 cal Humvee. This makes no sense in my opinion. Just take more AGLs. They will always be better. For the 5 points more, they give you like insanely more value. And yeah, well, again, the T80BV, they didn't get a lot done. It's mostly honestly the artillery and the planes, which makes sense in the division matchup. CAC V, excellent kill list as you would expect from it. 2 recon BMPs and a T80B and then a BTR 60 on top. Just to out insult to injury. His like Sotek's artillery also did very well, killing off key units like the Conquerors here. Very nice. And the Mi-24 snipe early on was such a good kill. Very well done. Nice use of the clusters. Oh, you're right. I was thinking, why do they kill so much? Man, I forgot that 9th gets their own F-16 cluster that, you know, actually has more than like 2 grams of bombs. I don't understand why does the normal F-16 cluster even exist. What's the reason behind it to only load up an F-16 with 2 cluster bombs? That's so dumb. And this one gets 4 per, so 8, 4 per wing. 8 cluster bombs, so those ones can actually kill tanks, as you saw. The Toju Ace actually didn't do a lot as well, funnily enough, because they were sniped off very early on. National Guard Tow actually did more. Lemao. What? Recon helicopter killed it. There's a Conqueror that was moving forward on the top. Yeah, that makes sense. Other cluster, not cluster, but laser guarded artillery also did very well. Yeah, it did kill off 1 coup, so I wasn't tripping. There was 4 coups there. Another Kakui. I mean, actually, the 3 MTLBs can be ignored, but the BMP2 and the BRM is also a good kill list. Third Kakui, again, just wrecking everything. There's 4 of them, so did the 4th one also get a lot of kills? Oh, told you. 3 BMPs. That's a nice kill list, decent one. A Stinger, what the fuck, man? This one just wrecked half the Soviet Air Force. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Afghanistan calling. What the hell? So where's the 4th Kakvi? Don't see it right now. Yeah, the cluster. I think it was a good idea, but split up your cluster cluster artillery strikes. Never use all 12 rockets on one target, because this is absolute nonsense. Unless there's like 5 tanks in the forest where you know that they won't have time to move out because they will be stunned and slowed down by the forest. Maybe. But other than that, never ever use all of them on one target. Like, this is all we got for 1 whole strike, and then 1 strike where I had, I think, like 8 rockets. That's horrible. And no 4th Kakvi here. Oh, unfortunate. And yet the FA-16 getting a TABV in the end. So yeah, very nice game. Very well played by both of them. They're Division 1 players, so you would expect them to play well. And next one will be their 2nd game, which will be also very exciting. And I hope to see you then. Until then, have a beautiful day, and bye-bye.